Hello everybody, it's your online dude, your fat guy, your best friend. It is the one and only Marco Stel NL. Yeah! Alright, many players wanted me to play Prophet, many players wanted me to play more Covenant. Why not both? Because we can. I'm gonna be playing Prophet, I'm switching to Prophet, and this is actually the very first game I played as Prophet, and like it was straight away a kind of high level game. My Prophet versus another Prophet on release now. How amazing is this, guys? A high level Prophet mirror. I bet you won't see this a lot anymore because nobody plays Prophet anymore, and the very few games I actually play Prophet is versus like another high level leader, and when I play versus another Prophet, they're bad. Okay, so they're bad. So I feel like I gotta go Temple second. Many players underestimate the Prophet's power on offense, but you don't want to play defense with the Prophet. It's the thing I figured out in the very instant, because the Prophet has a shield, so you can do a lot of offense, take a lot of damage, kill some of his buildings, harass him for good reasons. And then whenever you feel like your rush is starting to fill, you can quickly kill another pad, take some damage, and then recall when your shield is down, and maybe take a little bit off of your health, depending on how necessary it is. So I'm going to upgrade the pad straight away, because I saw that he's going to get a delayed temple, because he's at least going to go for a temple turret. Now, in my opinion, that's not good in a Covenant mirror. Maybe if you're Arbiter versus a Brute, or a Brute versus another Brute, or like any other matchup as Prophet, you always want to go Temple second unless you're playing versus a Brute. Then you want to play defense because you're not going to out-damage the Brutes. Now, I have an idea for this map. Just spam honor guards on this map. Just go Temple second as well. And play offense with your Prophet as well. And just recall whenever you feel you need to. And just play defense with the many elite honor guards, because they do a lot of damage versus Brutes. They don't really die that quickly, because the Vortex is kind of weak versus them, because they don't really get sucked in and everything. Because it's only one squad, and they're only 125, they train faster than Brute squads, and if you upgrade your Prophet, he's going to do a lot of good damage on the base, and everybody doesn't like to play Prophet because he is slow. I think I get beamed down right here pretty bad, but like Prophet, if you think about it, he does have some advantages. Against UNSC, it's more of a turtle leader. You want to turtle up with him until you get like the required upgrades, and when you get those upgrades, the Prophet starts to get really good. You need to push at the right time, but Prophet can work. Of course, it's not the best leader of all. I'm not saying that it's a good leader, but he has some advantages. So right now I'm going to upgrade Blast Immolation with 3 heavy pads, and I see that he also upgraded some pads and made some turrets as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some honor guards. I'm going to press Y on the teleporter so they stand on the teleporter but don't actually go through. And whenever he spots it or like some other thing happened, I can just press X straight away, and it's not going to be a problem. So I'm going to port him through right now. I'm going to attack this pad, and as you can see, my Prophet's taking damage from the turret. But this is one thing no other leader can do. I'm taking damage from the turret, and it's not going to matter. I'm just going to go for the pads because the turret is not going to help, and that's why you shouldn't be bothered playing defense with your Prophet and getting turrets and everything. And he still has an unupgraded Prophet, so right now he's beaming my elite hunter guards. It's not even cost effective. So I'm just gonna walk here and just gonna keep walking left and right so he doesn't really hit me. And the Prophet in the meanwhile is doing damage. So now the Prophet's losing shield. He already got Citadel. I'm going for Citadel right now with 4 upgraded pads. And I'm just going to split up a little bit right here, because he doesn't have his Prophet upgraded. He kind of wants to kill the Elite Hunger Guards because they are annoying at some times. And I'm just going to try to get my shield back right here. And, you got to time it well. You got to count when your shield went down and count when you're not attacked. And then at the very right moment, it should get up. And if you get this down right, I just kind of got a little bit lucky here. But if you get it down right, then everything should be fine. So I'm building just one more Elite Hunter Guard, but I'm not overmaking on the Elite Hunter Guards because he already got Citadel, which means he could probably try to get out raids. Now, raids are very good with the Prophet because raids are needed to kill a Prophet. Like, you cannot just go air. I kind of like to go raids versus another Prophet or versus leaders, and I'm just gonna hit him right here. And I upgraded my beam because I kind of wanted to beam down his turret. upgrading your Tech 1 beam is always better. Now, that was not cost effective at all, but I at least got rid of the turret. Now, I am going to just upgrade the pets, and turrets are only good if your enemy prophet has units on offense and his prophet's playing on defense, and the units can't really do a lot. So now I'm just moving this Elite Honor Guard from left to right, and now I actually realize that he's going to play offense with the Banshee. So I'm going to try to make some turrets on one side, and I'm going to try to get out Ghosts. Now, Ghosts are not really going to do a whole lot versus the Banshees, especially not the moment when they reach boost. But it's definitely good to have him out just as a nice distraction. You know, because I don't really want him to be all free on the base. Now, I am damaging his eco a lot. He went for definitely a, how do you call that? He went for an air pet. Yeah, he went for an air pet 4. No, 6. He went for an air pet 6. Now right here my turret finishes, and I'm just going to try to finish off this last path. And I'm going to try to get some raids out. So it's either going to be one of those. So I see that the Banshees are right here. I am going to hit this Banshee at the same time as I'm hitting this pet, but he's damaging my prophet. It's not that important that I kill that pet. So I'm just going to get out of there and make sure my prophet doesn't die, because you don't really want your prophet to die. So I'm going to make a raid right now. And the ghosts are just really helpful against the Banshees, even though I don't have a whole lot. They're definitely going to help out. And then the Banshees boost back over here. And they could try to chase my prophet, but he really wants to just keep that vehicle depot down. I'm going to try to do some damage with the ghosts over there. And if he's not targeting the ghosts, then that's really... If he's targeting the ghost will die. But, you know, it's kind of... They miss a lot of bullets versus the ghost, so it's a nice distraction. And if he doesn't target them down, then he's going to have a big problem because of just the fact that you know, the ghosts actually do some damage versus the Banshees, and the ghosts, you know, if they kill the Banshees, that's really good. So now I'm just distracting him right here. Obviously he's gonna try to kill the ghost, but you know, it's not a huge deal. So I'm just gonna make raids until I can afford Tech 2, because you know, raids are just useful. They have a lot of health, they can take a lot of damage, and now I kinda killed the ghost, like the ghost died there. So just kinda try to take some damage with the raids, and I'm just gonna queue up another turret. Now obviously I'm not gonna be able to get Tech 2 right now, so I'm just gonna queue up another vehicle depot. And the turret with the anti-air is kind of doing its job. It's kind of targeting down the turret, so I'm just gonna let him target it down. And you know, I do have a better eco, so I will kill his stuff cost effective. And if I could just get my buildings up, that would be really cool. So I'm just gonna drop this raids off to give myself some free space right here, trying to do some offense damage, because I want these Banshees to go away. Now, so I'm just gonna go back with my prophet. I'm gonna make some Elite Hunter Guards so I can fight off his prophet easier. I'm gonna try to take out that one pad right there. Now, what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna recycle this, because I know I'm gonna have enough money for Tech 2, and I'm just still killing his eco right here. So as you can see, he's still not on a lot of upgraded pads. Every attack he did, with the amount of units he got up, it took him a lot. And you know, Banshees kind of dominate in most situations. But I just like to go raids for some reason on this map, even though versus air. And as you can see, here's the prophet again. I'm just gonna try to fight that off with a lot of Elite Honor Guards. I'm sorry. And now I do have 2 turrets up, so it's gonna be a lot harder for him to actually target stuff down. I am having this air pad up right now. Well, I don't have it, but I tried to get it up. And I'm just beaming down all these Banshees. Like, I do have a lot of money, so I can just queue up and keep beaming him down. Elite Honor Guards are really doing a good job versus that Prophet. He's not going to get his shields back. And my Prophet's still good. My Prophet's good. So now he's going to recall, and I'm going to get the turret up, and finally the air pad. So he kind of did a really good job on delaying that. And I'm just going to try to make sure he doesn't get it. Now, I'm going to beam in the middle of all his units. He does get the turret again, which is really unfortunate, but this is why I like raids versus Prophet. Like, see how the Banshees just die to the Prophet? Banshees, like, just like Hornets, they can't really touch the Prophet at all. Now, and like, he is just gonna keep in sending them, keep in killing that one building or that one turret, but he's gonna lose a couple of Banshees every time he tries so. and that's just really good. I mean, I'm just gonna play offense right now because I do have Tech 2. You know, once I get it up, once I see I can get it up, it's gonna get up. Now, I am gonna queue up a vampire just in case he's gonna attack, because I know he's gonna try to suicide down some buildings right now. He realizes I'm on Tech 2 and he knows he's in trouble, because that's just what you're gonna get if you're going Banshees like that. And my anti-air turrets are doing quite a good job. He is killing some of the stuff. And I realize that if he's sending them all in like that, he's probably not going to go air anymore. Like, he knows I have vampires. He just wants to get, he just wants to get rid of them. He just wants to do damage with them. So I'm actually going to check if he has his air pad up pretty soon. I just want to make sure first that his leftover banshees are not going to do a whole lot of damage. So I'm just going to, I poured my vampire in, and then I send it back to the base just to get a nice idea of where the banshees are at that moment, and I don't have to fly it all the way over and then all the way back. I can just port it in, and that's really good. So now I see that this Prophet is playing offense on my base. Now I'm not too worried at all. Like, it's still not a Tech 2 Prophet. I already upgraded my Prophet to Tech 2, and I'm just gonna shoot down all his buildings, and I'm just gonna distract him a little bit. But as far as I know, I still have a way better eco than he does, and a Tech 2 Prophet does damage. So if I can just kill all these annoying banshees right here with a couple of vampires, and it should be good. Everything should be fine. I don't really want to stasis, because if I stasis, my vampires stay still and he can just beam them down. So I'm just trying to, drive left and forwards, front and back, and just trying to, do as much damage as I can. So I'm kind of starting to upgrade boost just in case he decides to go raids right now, but it turned out that he was going for a nice amount of infantry right here. I see that he actually went for infantry, so best thing I could have done is just do nothing, just make an engineer and let the air pad die, because infantry kind of counters the air in several ways. That's why I like Covenant mirrors in one place. Like, you kind of get to counter the air is not everything, in my opinion. So now obviously he's going to kill that air pad. He's going to try to beam down the vampires, and I'm just going to get turrets up, making the turrets anti-infantry, and he's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, while I am actually just killing his eco right now. So all his stuff that is porting in right now is not doing as much damage as this Tech 2 Prophet. That's just amazing. Now, I actually thought he was going to beam down some of the vampires, but it turned out that he actually decided to just shoot them down, and it does a lot of damage. Prophet is an infantry unit, and as long as the Prophet stays on Tech 2, the Prophet's going to do a lot of damage versus any air unit, because infantry is very good versus air. And if you're playing versus UNSC, going Tech 3 Prophet is also a very, very good option. It's just like the Grizzly upgrades. You kind of want to have Grizzlies versus Covenant, but you don't want to have Grizzlies versus UNSC. It's the same with the Tech 3 upgrade for the Prophet. You kind of want it versus UNSC, but you kind of don't want it versus Covenant, because Covenant can just counter it by making vampires. As you can see, he was getting a little desperate, beaming down the turret, but this was my very first Prophet game. Now, I have a lot of good wins already that I'm gonna upload in the next couple of days if you want to. I can keep playing Prophet, and I think it's very nice. It's definitely something different. Not saying Prophet is really good or anything, but it's fun to play him. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.